Hi everyone, Robert Beauchamp for Imaging Training. Today we're going to be reviewing annotations, the implant, stenciling, and measuring. So within the software, once you've acquired your images, you can get them up in the viewports just by double clicking. So any of these images you can just double click and it will go up into the viewing ports on the top. So like an example would be here. If I wanted this image up, I would just double click and it would be putting it up there. If you wanted to add an annotation, we go to the annotation icon, which is here. We have annotations. When you open up, it opens up a window. Now, the window will open up wherever you've told the computer to open them up. So if you go to Display, Desktop Panel, and you go to here, you unlock your desktop, which I've already done. Here it's telling me I can lock it. Because I've already unlocked it, you'll have an unlock here. Once you've unlocked, you have these two little lines at the top of all these windows. And what happens is if you grab it from these two lines, you can move it around and you can put it wherever you'd like. Okay? So this is where you can choose where you want this to open up. So if you wanted to open it up over here, you could do that, and then what you have to do is go Display and then Save Desktop. Okay, so once you've done that, it'll save that there. So when I close it and I reopen it, it'll always open in that spot. Okay, if you wanted to look at this image and maybe let's say we wanted to measure this distance of this canal for endodontics. We could go to the Annotation and Measure tab. So we have the three tabs at the top: Annotation, Implants, and Calibrate. Calibrate is not something that we need to do anymore because we will be setting up in the options, and we'll be setting up the calibration of your sensor automatically in the system. So all the images will be automatically calibrated and will deal with elongation and foreshortening. So this becomes a moot tab. Don't need it. The Annotations and Measurement, underneath this, you do have Annotations, Measure, and Tools. The annotations allow you to put any of these type of tools on the image. So if I did want to put an arrow and place an arrow there, I can place it. If I wanted to move it, I can move my mouse over it. It gives me the marks, and I can just activate. I can move this, I can move this, I can grab the middle and drag it anywhere I'd like. I can also go here and I can change the size, so I can make it bigger. I can change the color. I have choices of multicolors as well. And I can use other things. I can do a circle. I can freehand if I wanted to do something freehand. I can put some text if I wanted to just like put text over. That would just be an application of text. And I can also do a sticky tab that really sticks out with yellow. So you can see here like a post-it. So those are things that we can add on the image if you wanted to do this for insurance purposes, for educational purposes, for courses, lectures, whatever you're into, this can be done. Okay, if you want to remove them, you can just delete all and it will remove them all. Okay, if you wanted to measure, we click on the Measure tab. Now there's a wide variety of lead tools that come with the system, but I always use the Polyline. So Polyline allows you to start where you feel the top of the crown of the tooth is, and you can navigate down the canal by just clicking, changing direction, clicking, changing direction, clicking, changing direction, clicking, and then where you feel the apex is, you just double click, and then it will tell you the exact length in millimeters, taking into account the curvature of the canal. So that's how we measure, and it's as simple as that. The Tools tab is again something that comes with lead tools, and I've never used this tab. It's another moot tab that is not necessary in the software. Once you're finished with the measurements, if you wanted to remove them, you could delete them all or leave them there, up to you. Okay? For demonstration purposes, I will delete it. We will go to the implant now. canal. So this is where you can choose your manufacturer. Here, there's a list of preloaded stencils. And once you choose it, you can choose the size of implant you feel might be the right size for the tooth that you're looking at treating. And you can just click on the Insert tab at the bottom, and that will place the implant on the image. You can then drag it to where you feel anatomically it should be. You can grab one of the corners and just rotate with the mouse and align it with the bone level. And now you can kind of visualize the distance to the lateral abutments, the depth within the bone, etc. So you can quickly find out what size of an implant you would need to restore this case. Okay? If you wanted to change, you could just delete and then choose another one. If you wanted to insert and try different sizes and different shapes and different lengths, etc. So it just allows you quickly to figure out what is going to be the treatment of choice. Once you're done, you can always close the app, and that will close all of the annotations and all of the markings and all of the implants and everything that you have, the lengths, etc., will not show, but you will have a green tab that shows up on the image. So you now know that there is on that image something, a written annotation or some form of stenciling or measurement. So anytime you want to see them, you would double click on the image, open up the annotations, and it will now show all the annotations of the images that you have up in the viewports.